There is something extraordinary about the relationship between Peter Obi and Nigerians. But today, our critical lens is on Edo State. Look at this scene carefully. Darkness had fallen. This was not a campaign rally. Peter Obi was in Benin City for the service of songs of the late Archbishop Augustine Obiora Akubeze. Yet, once people heard he was around, they left what they were doing and came out to welcome him. Look at the excitement. Listen to the voices. Watch people struggle to catch a glimpse of him. This enthusiasm is not limited to Edo. From north to south, Peter Obi has received remarkable expressions of love. But Edo's consistency is fascinating. Whether he arrives during the day or late at night, the people's enthusiasm rarely fades. What is it about Peter Obi and the people of Edo? Why does opposition from powerful politicians appear to make the people defend him even more fiercely? More importantly, how can the excitement seen in Edo and across Nigeria become organized democratic power that protects every vote from the polling unit to the final declaration? Welcome to the Critical Lens Africa, where we look beyond the excitement to uncover the deeper meaning. Stay with us until the end. We will reveal how the obedient movement, Kwankwaso, the OK movement, the village boys and other democratic groups can help secure the people's votes and prevent the painful experience of the last election from recurring. We will also address Nigerians working inside INEC, the police, military, judiciary and civil service, people who may possess more power to change Nigeria than they realize. Before we continue, please subscribe to the Critical Lens Africa. Thousands watch our analysis without subscribing. Please let your view become a subscription today. It costs nothing, but it helps us reach more people, produce deeper analysis and encourage citizens to build a better Nigeria and Africa. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and join this growing community. Now, let us return to Edo, because this is bigger than a crowd welcoming one politician. We must remember the solemn reason for Peter Obi's visit. He came for the service of songs of the late Archbishop Augustine Obiora Akubeze. We extend our condolences to his family, the Catholic Church and everyone mourning him. May his soul rest in peace. This was not an announced political gathering. There were no campaign speeches or organized rallies. It was already dark, yet people came out as soon as they heard Peter Obi was present. Similar scenes have occurred across Nigeria. What makes Edo striking is that even when the visit is unannounced and the hour is late, the enthusiasm does not cease. The people were not waiting for money or bags of rice. No government official instructed them to gather. They came because they wanted to see him, and because many believe he represents the Nigeria they still hope to see. This relationship did not begin today. During the 2023 campaign, Peter Obi's visits to Edo produced remarkable scenes in different locations. Market women, workers, professionals, and young people waited for him, sometimes until late in the evening. That excitement became votes. Peter Obi received 331,163 votes in Edo State, while Bola Ahmed Tinubu received 144,471. The crowd was not social media noise. It produced a powerful electoral result. Edo people have a popular expression. Edo people do not like what they hate, and they do not hate what they like. When many Edo people believe in someone, they demonstrate it openly. But this affection is not exclusive to Edo. From Anambra to Rivers, Lagos, and communities across Nigeria, people have repeatedly left their homes, shops, and workplaces to welcome Peter Obi. Edo is our case study. The larger story is national. There is another dimension to this relationship. Whenever powerful politicians openly confront Peter Obi, people in their states often become more determined to demonstrate their support. In July 2025, Edo State Governor Monday Akpebolo faced criticism after warning that Peter Obi should obtain security clearance before visiting Edo. Many Nigerians considered the warning unnecessary and undemocratic. A governor may lead a state, but no governor owns it. A state belongs to its people. Now, Peter Obi has returned to Benin, not for a rally, but for a solemn religious occasion, and the people have come out again. Their response carries a silent message. You may control the machinery of government, but you cannot control the human heart. You may occupy government house, but you cannot dictate whom the people must support. This pattern extends beyond Edo. In Anambra, political criticism has not erased the affection many residents expressed towards Peter Obi. In Rivers, powerful political interests have not taken away the people's right to choose. In Lagos, widely treated as an unquestionable political stronghold, Peter Obi received 582,454 votes in the 2023 presidential election, while Bola Ahmed Tinubu received 572,606. Lagos voters sent a clear message: no individual or political structure can permanently own the electorate. A governor may control state resources. A godfather may control party structures. But neither can permanently control the people's conscience. Sometimes, attacks on Peter Obi strengthen his connection with ordinary Nigerians. The more they believe powerful interests are trying to silence him, the more fiercely they defend him. The demand for change has entered a new phase. The Obedient movement and Kwankwaso are no longer working on separate political projects. They have come together through the OK movement behind one ticket, Peter Obi and Rebio Kwankwaso. This is not merely an agreement between two politicians. It is the meeting of two powerful political movements. The Obedient movement brings nationwide youth energy, professionals, reform-minded citizens, and millions demanding accountable leadership. Kwankwaso brings grassroots organization, particularly in the north, and a strong record of mobilization around education and human development. They may retain their identities, histories, and methods, but they are now working towards the same objective. Obedient plus Kwankwaso has become the OK movement, one coalition supporting an Obi-Kwankwaso ticket. The village boys and other support groups are also working towards this shared goal. This unity carries a powerful message. Nigerians from different regions, religions, and political traditions can work together when the country's future is greater than their differences. In 2023, the Obedient movement demonstrated that online excitement could become real electoral power. Young people registered to vote. Volunteers organized communities. Citizens contributed their money, time, and skills. Millions went to polling units. The excitement produced votes and powerful results across Nigeria. Kwankwaso also demonstrated its formidable grassroots strength, especially in Kano. But Peter Obi and Rebio Kwankwaso contested on separate tickets. Now, their supporters have drawn an important lesson from that experience. Instead of allowing two powerful movements to travel on separate roads, they are combining their strengths behind one Obi-Kwankwaso ticket. The Obedient movement does not need to abandon its identity. Kwankwaso does not need to abandon its grassroots character. Their different strengths can complement each other. One brings a powerful nationwide demand for reform. The other brings deep grassroots organization and political structure. Together, they could build a movement capable of reaching Nigerians across regional, religious, and ethnic boundaries. The lesson is not that the excitement of 2023 failed. It produced remarkable electoral results. The lesson is that those results must now be strengthened through unity, better organization, and stronger protection of every lawful vote. The OK movement must therefore transform enthusiasm into structure. More registered voters. More trained polling agents. More informed citizens. More volunteers at polling units and collation centers. More people preserving result sheets. More lawyers prepared to respond to violations. And more peaceful vigilance until the final declaration. No violence. No lawlessness. But firm, informed and lawful participation. That is how the combined strength of Obedient and Kwankwaso can become protected electoral power. Because Obedient and Kwankwaso are now working for the same Obi-Kwankwaso ticket, they also carry one shared responsibility. To ensure that everything is done properly. Their unity must go beyond rallies, songs, social media posts, and declarations of support. It must produce disciplined organization from the grassroots to the national level. The OK movement, the village boys and other support groups must educate voters, identify polling units, train agents, establish legal teams and create reliable communication networks. They must understand how results move from polling units to wards, local governments, states and the National Collation Center. They must monitor the process peacefully, document irregularities responsibly and preserve every lawful result. They must also guard against internal division, infiltration, and misinformation. Working for the same ticket means sharing information, coordinating activities, and resolving differences without destroying the larger movement. Neither Obedient nor Kwankwaso should attempt to dominate or diminish the other. Their diversity is not a weakness. It is the strength of the alliance. This is a partnership between two movements, two political traditions and two regions, united behind Peter Obi and Rebiu Kwankwaso. The goal is not merely to win power. It is to demonstrate that Nigerians can build a transparent political movement, conduct themselves lawfully and protect the people's mandate without reproducing the same wrongdoing they condemn. The excitement already exists. The unity has begun. The next task is disciplined organization and the peaceful protection of every lawful vote. Citizens and political movements cannot do everything alone. Every compromised system depends on ordinary people working inside it. The chairman of INEC cannot conduct a national election alone. A politician cannot manipulate an entire process without local cooperation. A questionable judgment requires documents, records, and administrative assistance. Behind every powerful official are ordinary hands. INEC employees, polling and collation officers, police officers, military personnel, lawyers, court registrars and clerks, civil servants, legislative workers, typists, drivers, and assistants. These people may consider themselves insignificant, but their decisions can protect democracy or destroy it. If anyone offers you 100,000 or 200,000 naira to alter a result, destroy election materials or intimidate voters, ask yourself, how long will that money last? Will it educate your children, provide reliable healthcare, or protect you from inflation? The politician may possess foreign accounts, houses, and escape routes. But you will return to the community whose future you helped destroy. You will face the same hunger, insecurity, bad roads, failing hospitals, and weak schools. You are not destroying somebody else's country. You are destroying your own. To the Nigerian police officer. Your uniform belongs to Nigeria, not a political party. You deserve proper pay, accommodation, insurance, equipment, and public respect. But that respect cannot be built if officers intimidate voters, ignore ballot box snatching, or protect electoral offenders. A politician's temporary payment cannot buy the honor that comes from serving your country faithfully. To the Nigerian soldier. You risk your life to keep Nigeria safe. It should not be only generals and politically connected officers who enjoy military benefits while those on the front line struggle. You and your family deserve proper welfare, housing, equipment, and honor. When deployed during an election, remember that you are protecting the Nigerian people, not one politician's ambition. Political leaders come and go. You and your family must live with the system your actions help create. To Nigerians working inside INEC. You possess enormous power. You may not be the chairman or appear on television. You may work in a small local office or serve temporarily at a polling unit. But democracy may depend on what you do with one result sheet. Do not alter figures. Do not manufacture numbers. Do not suppress lawful results. Do not help anyone make the people's votes disappear. No powerful official can compromise a nationwide process without cooperation or silence from people beneath him. If ordinary INEC workers decide that wrongdoing will not pass through their hands, manipulation becomes harder. This is not merely about Peter Obi, Rebiu Kwankwaso, or another candidate. It is about your right to choose your leaders. The numbers you record represent citizens who waited for hours to exercise a constitutional right. Changing those numbers is not merely changing figures. It is silencing Nigerians. Now, to the judiciary. The titles "My Lord" once carried enormous moral weight. It represented knowledge, impartiality, and courage. Today, public confidence in the judiciary has suffered. Allegations against some judicial officers have damaged the reputations of many honest judges. That is a tragedy for the nation and for principled judges who continue to serve faithfully. What is the value of acquiring a beautiful house through corruption if your name has lost its honor? What happens after the house? What happens to your children and the society in which they must live? A judge should not need a bribe to live decently. Judicial workers deserve proper salaries and dignified conditions. The judiciary also needs the financial and administrative independence required to operate without political control. But material comfort without integrity is not dignity. A mansion cannot replace a ruined name. Land cannot purchase genuine honor. This responsibility also belongs to lawyers, registrars, researchers, clerks, assistants and typists. Everyone who handles judicial records can refuse to falsify documents, conceal evidence or facilitate illegality. My lord must again become a title of genuine honor, not merely a phrase people are compelled to say in court. The same message goes to civil servants and legislative workers. You prepare documents, process payments, preserve records, and draft memoranda. You know when figures are changed, procedures violated, or public funds diverted. Meanwhile, your salary cannot meet the rising cost of living. The politician receives generous allowances, vehicles, security, and luxury accommodation. You receive a small payment to preserve a system that keeps you poor. Why protect a system that denies you dignity? A functioning Nigeria would benefit you more than any temporary reward for wrongdoing. Your salary would have greater value. Your children could receive better education and health care. Your community could become safer. This struggle is not only about Peter Obi, the obedient movement, Kwankwaso O.K, the OK movement or the village boys. It concerns every police officer, soldier, teacher, INEC employee, court worker, civil servant, trader, and family. The powerful often possess foreign passports, overseas properties, and escape routes. Most Nigerians do not. If Nigeria collapses, where will you go? Every Nigerian must therefore decide. Wrongdoing will not pass through my hands. This is the deeper lesson from Edo and the excitement seen across Nigeria. The love is real. The excitement is real. The votes are real. The powerful electoral results are real. Now, love must produce stronger organization. Excitement must produce sustained participation. Participation must produce vigilance. Unlawful votes must be protected peacefully. Speak to relatives and friends working inside INEC, the police, military, judiciary and civil service. Do not threaten or insult them. Appeal to their conscience. Remind them that they also suffer under the broken system they are being asked to protect. The obedient movement must organize. Kwankwaso O.K must organize. The OK movement must organize. The village boys and other democratic movements must organize. Where their interests agree, they should cooperate. Know your polling unit. Confirm your registration early. Train polling agents. Understand the electoral guidelines. Build lawful communication networks. Monitor collation peacefully. Preserve result sheets. Document wrongdoing responsibly. Prepare legal support before election day, not after the damage is done. Remain involved until the final result is declared. Nigerians proved in 2023 that excitement could become votes. Now, every lawful vote must travel safely through every stage of the electoral process. Nigeria will change when the police officer says, I will protect every voter. When the soldier says, I will serve the Constitution. When the INEC employee says, I will record the true result. When the court worker says, I will protect the record. When the judge says, I will uphold the law. And when the citizen says, I will vote, remain vigilant and defend democracy peacefully. What happened in Edo was beautiful, but it was one expression of a nationwide political awakening. Across Nigeria, people have welcomed Peter Obi in cities, towns, markets, places of worship, airports, and along the roads. What makes Edo striking is the persistence of its welcome. Even after darkness falls, the excitement remains. Even without a campaign rally, the people come out. Even when political authorities confront him, many residents become more determined to show that their political conscience belongs to them. But the greatest proof of political commitment is not only the crowd welcoming a candidate. It is the citizen who registers. The volunteer who organizes. The polling agent who remains vigilant. The INEC employee who records the correct result. The police officer who protects voters. The soldier who serves the Constitution. The lawyer who defends the law. The judge who protects justice. And the Nigerian who refuses to sell the country's future. The excitement seen in Edo and across Nigeria is necessary. It has already produced powerful electoral results. Now, it must produce the organization that protects those results and prevents the painful experience of the past from recurring. The obedient movement has a role. Kwankwaso has a role. The OK movement has a role. The village boys and other democratic groups have roles. Nigeria needs every movement willing to educate citizens, defend electoral integrity and place the people above personal ambition. No governor owns a state. No godfather owns the people. No individual owns Lagos, Edo, Rivers, Anambra, Kano or any part of Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to Nigerians. What makes Peter Obi's relationship with Edo remarkable? Have you witnessed similar excitement in your state? How can the obedient movement, Kwankwaso, the OK movement, the village boys and other groups cooperate to protect Nigerians' votes? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you watched to the end, please subscribe. Let your view become a subscription. Your support helps the Critical Lens Africa produce deeper analysis, reach more people and promote the actions needed to build a better Nigerian Africa. Like this video, share it and turn on your notification bell. This is the Critical Lens Africa. We look beyond the headlines. We challenge the narratives. And we inspire Africans to build the future they deserve.